Yesterday I was talking shit with my friends. No, not that shit. I'm talking about poop. Do you know India is making significant progress in managing sanitation, from gaining access to toilet to treatment? It is said India is winning the war against human waste. But what makes me curious is the story behind this victory. To get the glimpse of that story and dive into interesting insights, I'm joined by Swachh from the Gates Foundation.
Hi Himani.
Hi Swachh. So Swachh, I firstly want to mention your catchy bio on X, which is Poop Slayer. That's a cool one.
Yeah, it's very cool, no?
Yeah. So it has been almost 10 years of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. What are the key words which pop up into your mind when you think about this milestone?
Two things. Political will, because this is one of the largest, or probably the largest program on sanitation announced by any country across the world. Giving access to toilets to the entire country was the aspiration. And collective action, because once this Swachh Bharat mission was announced, the entire sector got behind it, including funders, including development sector professionals, but more importantly, the community. Reducing the instances of diarrheal diseases, cholera, etc. It's also reduced dropout rates for girls in schools, because access to toilets in schools has happened. It eases out the participation rates for women as you give toilets in institutions and public settings. And that has translated into some phenomenal outcomes. With access to toilets comes safety and dignity, but it has also impacted public health.
Oh, that's good to hear. But is the access to toilet enough? What happens after we flush?
Very important question. It's important to transport that waste. It's important to treat that waste. If this sanitation value chain doesn't work and breaks at different points, then none of us will actually realize the benefit of sanitation and safely managed sanitation. It'll pollute our water bodies, it'll pollute our soils, and it'll seep into what we eat, what we drink.
So how do we solve for it?
Well, you know, the country is already progressing, because the second phase of Swachh Bharat mission has focused on transport and treatment of human waste. So that's a tremendous arc that the government has taken, and we have to make sure that, again, all of us get behind finding the right solutions. We also played a pivotal role in bringing in some newer approaches of how this treatment process happens. Sewage treatment plants, underground pipelines, yes, many cities get covered by that, but there are large proportions of urban India that need a different approach, non-sewage sanitation, and we kind of set up the first ever demonstration of a fecal sludge treatment plant. Now these fecal sludge treatment plants, FSTPs, are actually small-scale treatment plants appropriate for small, medium cities and in fact pockets of larger cities. So you can treat your waste in a decentralized manner, and you don't have to build underground pipelines to carry the poop all the way outside of the cities.
So Swachh, I recently came across the term reinventing the toilet challenge. As far as challenges go, this is the most fascinating one I've ever came across.
It's fascinating, but more importantly, it's life-saving. And I'll tell you why. But you know, there is a need for these transformative solutions like the reinvented toilet. We're living in this world of climate change where there's water insecurity, water scarcity, our fresh water sources are depleting. Our water and soil is contaminated, so there's a lot of environmental pollution. And there are public health epidemics happening. Now, in this context, we have to have solutions that are more futuristic, that are more relevant to this context. So we've got access to toilets, we've got the traditional treatment systems that are getting set up. All of this is great progress. But with this climate, water insecurity, environmental pollution context, we have to have solutions that will really be transformative and solve for the kind of changes we're living in. And that's where the reinvented toilet comes in.
So Swachh, as we wrap up now, I want to really thank you for such an insightful discussion. And you have been a poop slayer for years now. So if there were a phrase which inspires you, what would that be?
Well, sanitation is not just a sanitation problem, it's a water problem, it's a public health problem. Now remember the breakthrough solutions I spoke about, those solutions are solving for the water and the public health problem. The reinvented toilet gives back water for reuse, so you're not putting fresh water behind bad water. And it kills all germs and pathogens in your poop, so it's a super vaccine.
I never thought talking about food would be so interesting. Thank you. There you go. Progress in India is a journey that we have embarked upon. One that's built on continuous growth, innovation and collective effort.